Today we get to show you 5 of our favorite full-size non-folding e-bikes under $1,000. What's up everyone, my name is Josh from SWAGTRON and I'll be walking you through the features found on the EB6, the EB9, the EB10, the EB11, and the EB12 to help you decide which of these bikes is the right fit for you. First off, I'll go through what these bikes have in common and then we'll get into the details about each specific bike. All of the bikes you'll see today are considered Class 2 e-bikes, which basically means that you don't need a license to ride them and they're allowed anywhere regular bikes are allowed. But of course, check your local laws and regulations before you ride. All the bikes we'll be looking at today can also be powered 3 different ways. Either through the pedals alone, just like a regular bike, through throttle alone with no assistance from the rider, or through something called pedal assist. Pedal assist is pretty much just what it sounds like, where there's no need to reach for the throttle at all, and the act of pedaling itself will send a message to the motor to give you some extra power. This especially helps when going up big hills or for long rides where you don't want to arrive where you're going tired and sweaty. All these bikes also come with safety features to make even beginners more comfortable. On all of our full-sized e-bikes, you'll actually see 2 cables coming from each of the brake levers. One of these, of course, goes to the brake itself, but the other actually sends a signal to the motor to shut off whenever the brake lever is pulled. This way, even if the throttle is held down, grabbing the brakes will stop the bike entirely, ensuring your safety. Another one of my personal favorite features found on all these e-bikes is the removable and lockable battery. If you don't have a convenient place to park your bike right next to an outlet, don't worry, you can actually unlock and remove your battery to take that to a more suitable place to charge it. This also means that you can actually buy a second battery for your e-bike and essentially double its range. And of course, all these e-bikes are bikes first and foremost. So they come with features like 7-speed Shimano gears and shifters, front and back brakes, adjustable seats, and heavy-duty locking kickstands. Now let's jump into the specifics on each one of these bikes, starting with the EB6 Bandit. The EB6 Bandit is a beast. Its 350 watt motor in the back can reach speeds over 18.5 miles an hour. And it can take people weighing up to 264.5 pounds up hills with inclines that are up to 25 degrees. The lockable and removable battery can take you 20 miles on a single charge without you ever even touching the pedals. Of course, you can go even further with pedal assist and extra battery or just pedal power alone. And when using the pedals, the Shimano 7-speed gear system will help you dial in the perfect amount of pedal pressure for when you're riding up those steep hills or if you want to speed real fast going back down. These 4-inch wide tires are actually called fat tires, and they can handle almost any terrain from dirt to gravel to snow. And because these tires are so big, they'll actually help smooth out your everyday ride, so there's no real need for suspension. Of course, with such a big bike weighing 48.5 pounds, you need maximum stopping performance. So we fitted this guy with front and rear disc brakes to ensure your ability to stop this monster on a dime. And one of the coolest things about the Bandit is the removable and lockable battery that charges in just 4 to 5 hours. It also has a USB port on it, so if your phone or any other device runs out of battery while you're on a ride, no worries, you can actually charge it up right off the battery. The riding style on the Bandit is a lot like your standard mountain bike. You're slightly leaned forward so you have more control and can handle any obstacles that come your way. And although mountain bikers will feel right at home on this guy, this is also a great choice for those who just want the ability to tackle snow, dirt, or gravel. The 20-inch tires and shorter frame geometry make this perfect for shorter riders. However, if you are 5'11" like me, I still have a blast on this thing as well. But if you're any taller than that, stick around because we got a lot more bikes to cover. Or if you're in love with these fat tires, I recommend checking out the EB8 folding bike we have at SWAGTRON.com. However, if you're looking for something a little more catered to beginners or more of a city bike, look no further than the EB9. The EB9 is the most beginner-friendly, full-sized cruiser bike out of this lineup. But not to worry, longtime riders can still have a blast on it as well. It boasts the shortest step-through point out of all the bikes you'll see today. Why does that matter? Well, if you're someone with limited flexibility, lifting your leg over the frame of the bike to mount it can be difficult. Or if you're on the shorter side, being able to stand over the bike with both your feet firmly planted on the ground can be extremely helpful when coming to a stop. And that's what you get with this cool step-through frame geometry. That, combined with the swept-back handlebars, give you a relaxed, upright riding position that most people find extremely comfortable. And because of that relaxed, upright riding position, most of your weight actually goes over the seat. So we added a large padded seat with built-in suspension for the smoothest ride possible. And this guy has a rail-mounted seat post, so if you want to upgrade to a different seat later on, you totally can, but you're probably not gonna want to. And the EB9, along with the rest of the bikes you'll see today, come with a super bright LCD speedometer. This is where you can select modes 0 through 3, 0 being no electric assist at all, 3 being the highest electric assist with the highest top speed. This is especially helpful for those beginner e-bike riders who want to start off with a lower amount of power and then work their way up. On there is also where you'll see your battery life, your miles ridden either overall or for a specific trip, and you'll also see your cruise control indicator. That's right, this guy has cruise control. If you hold down the throttle at a specific speed for about 6 seconds, this indicator will come on and let you know that your bike is in cruise control. And your bike will maintain its current speed without you even having to touch the throttle. To turn this off, simply tap the brakes and you're good to go. You'll also notice these skinnier tires, which are better for roads and paved pathways. However, these tires are 700C, which means they're actually a little bit wider than your average road bike tire. This gives you a little bit more grip and a little bit more stability over those other bikes. Above that, you'll see front and rear fenders, which help keep water and mud from whipping up at the rider. And the EB9 is extremely light, weighing in at under 42 pounds. This helps so much when carrying it upstairs or lifting it into your car. And it has a quick release front wheel, which helps so much for getting it into compact spaces or for compatibility with certain bike racks. There's also a built-in tail light for increased visibility built into the removable and lockable battery. And above the battery is a built-in storage rack where you can strap on a picnic basket or your heavy textbooks. You can also get all sorts of third-party accessories for these built-in storage racks. And with just one battery and on throttle alone, this 250 watt motor in the back can bring you up to a top speed of 16.5 miles an hour. It can also take you up hills with up to 25-degree inclines, and it can take you 28 miles on a single charge. And the removable lockable battery is hot swappable. So if you get an extra battery and store it in your backpack, you can actually swap the battery out and essentially double the range of your bike. The battery charges in just 4 to 5 hours, and the entire bike has an IPX4 water resistance rating. And of course, this guy has all the features you would expect from a modern day bike. It has front and back brakes, Shimano's 7-speed gears and shifters, an adjustable seat, and a locking kickstand. The EB9 comes in this beautiful turquoise color and is great for riders big and small who want to primarily ride on paved pathways. However, if you love the relaxed riding position and the step-through point of the EB9, but you want to be able to tackle some dirt paths, stick around for these next two bikes, the EB10 and the EB11. The EB10 and the EB11 are our most relaxed cruiser bikes. These bikes will have no problem taking on bumpy boardwalks or dirt pathways while still giving you a silky smooth ride. The EB10 and the EB11 are often lumped together because they share so many of the same features. The only difference between the two being the different colors and the different frame geometries. The EB11 up top has the classic cruiser bike frame with the long top tube and the leaned back riding position. And while the EB10 has that same leaned back riding position, it also has the low step through point to help shorter riders or riders with low flexibility. Other than that, the rest of the features we'll go into are the same on these two bikes, starting with the classic looking white wall tires. Not only do these tires look great, but they also give you more grip and more stability on unpaved pathways and give you a smoother ride over bumps and cracks. And the geometry of these two bike frames combined with their swept back handlebars give the rider an almost leaned back riding position for a smooth, relaxing ride. And the leaned back riding position does put a lot of your weight on the seat, so we decided to give a thick, padded seat with those shock absorbers built right in to make your ride even that much more smooth. On throttle alone, with no pedaling whatsoever, these guys can go 15.3 miles per hour and have a range of 26 miles, which of course is even longer if you bring an extra battery with you or you opt for pedal assist, which is made even easier by the 7-speed Shimano gear system. Both of these bikes can handle a payload of 264.5 pounds, which doesn't include the 50.7 pounds that the bikes weigh. And the 200-watt motor in the back can also speed up hills with up to 25-degree inclines. And of course, the IPX4 water resistance and front and rear fenders make both of these guys a great choice for rides along the beach. And speaking of beach riding, both of these guys also have a super bright LCD screen that's easily readable in sunlight. This LCD screen has all the exact same features of the LCD screen from the EB9. Also, the removable and lockable batteries on these guys are interchangeable and charge in just 4 to 5 hours. And of course, above the battery is the built-in cargo rack, which you can strap a cooler or whatever you want to, or you can get all sorts of third-party accessories for. And we can't forget the front and rear V-brakes and the locking kickstand. And let's be honest, these bikes look amazing. These bikes are perfect for those who want to ride around for fun on trails, in parks, or on a boardwalk, and want to do so in style. However, the EB10 is better for shorter riders or riders with lower flexibility, and the EB11 is better for taller riders who don't necessarily need that low step through point. Both of these bikes are great picks. However, if you're a more serious commuter or you just want to step up your e-bike game, definitely check out this next bike, the EB12 City Commuter. It's light and it's quick. The EB12 is the master of the road. The classic 53cm diamond frame will feel familiar to those who have ridden fixies or a road bike with similar flat bars in the past. The geometry of the frame plus the flat bars give the rider a slightly forward-leaning riding position. This gives you a lot of control over the bike, yet it's still comfortable enough for long commutes. The skinny handlebars also give you quick and responsive turning, allowing you to weave in and out of traffic without any issues. And it's got the same 700C tires we saw back on the EB9, which are skinny enough to allow you to feel the road and also give you little resistance, but they are thicker than the average road bike tire, so they do give you a little bit more grip and stability. This guy also has upgraded caliper brakes, which when paired with the 26-inch grooved aluminum alloy rims, allow for almost instantaneous stoppage, even in wet conditions. And it's light, weighing in at just under 40 pounds, so it's easy to carry upstairs or lift into a car. Even though it's light, this guy is strong. It has an aluminum alloy frame plus aluminum alloy handlebars, and it has steel forks and spokes, which allows it to carry a payload of up to 264.5 pounds. And it also has a quick release front wheel, which is super helpful for compact storage or for use with specialty bike racks. And it has the same hot swappable lockable battery as the EB9 that charges in just 4 to 5 hours and has a built-in tail light for increased visibility on the road. It also has that super helpful storage rack right above the battery, and it has 2 spots on the frame for standard bike accessories like water bottle holders, special purpose bags, and more. And we can't forget the super bright LCD speedometer, where you have access to the 4 different speed modes, the battery indicator, trip and lifetime odometers, as well as your cruise control indicator. And without pedaling and on throttle alone, this guy has a 28-mile range, and the 250 watt motor in the back can bring you up to speeds of 16.5 miles per hour and take you up hills with up to a 25-degree incline. And that range can be a whole lot more if you opt for pedal assist, made extra easy by the 7-speed Shimano gears and shifters, or if you carry an extra battery in your backpack. And of course, we can't forget the bell and locking kickstand. This bike is perfect for the everyday commuter that wants to get where they're going quickly and in style. So let's recap. The EB6 is the off-road champ. Those fat tires can handle mud, sleet, snow, whatever. And it also has the highest top speed of all the bikes we looked at today. Those of you who are comfortable with mountain bikes will feel right at home on this guy. And the EB9, the most accessible bike we saw today, with that generously low step-through point, the wide seat, and the more relaxed riding position. The EB10 and the EB11 are our classic cruiser bikes, best for those who want to ride down unpaved paths or just want the smoothest ride. The EB10 is especially great for those who enjoy that lower step-through point, while the EB11 is great for taller riders who want a nice smooth ride. And last but not least, our road bike, the EB12, that has the best handling and the quickest stopping power, all built into a light frame. Those of you who are comfortable with road bikes or fixies will know exactly how this guy is supposed to feel. So, which of these bikes was your favorite? Let us know down in the comments below, or if you have any further questions, feel free to leave those down there as well. And make sure to check out SWAGTRON.com for an even wider selection of e-bikes, scooters, skateboards, and all sorts of other stuff. And deals over there change every single day, so the bike you like might be on sale right now. And of course, hit a thumbs up if you liked this video, and feel free to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.